along for something that I feel like is really fun, and I'm very thankful. As you guys know, if you've been on YouTube for any length of time and been subscribed to certain people and followed them and then interacted with them, it's a really awesome community. And so I wanted to share this with you and say a big thank you to one of my subscribers and friends on Facebook. Her name is Vicky. I'm not going to give her last name, but she was on Facebook with me when I posted a picture of the Pullman bread pan. I think in the last video, maybe the video after this, I'm not sure which, but she commented. We went back and forth and we talked about sourdough and stuff, and I said that I was going to start a starter, I think, and before you knew it, she goes, "I'm local by you, I will bring you a starter." And so she met me at work and she brought me two starters, plus she brought me handmade body cream that is amazing, and she also brought me a bar of soap, and handmade soap, and it is spectacular. I've tried a lot of handmade soaps, including stuff that I have made, and I really like this one. It doesn't give you that, there might have been a whole lot of lye in there, you know, that squeak kind of feel. Very moisturizing. Anyways, I'll leave a link to her website so you guys can go over and visit if you're interested in any handmade soaps, and you know, support somebody that supports a fellow YouTuber. Anyway, okay, so getting back to the story. Now, I'm really excited about this. You know, I've been on the bread baking binge and trying to teach myself some new breads. You know, I've been making bread since I was a young girl, and it's hard to get out of that rut of doing it on your own. And when I got this book and really started reading on bread making, it's an art, honestly. And I want to do some really recipes that are maybe a little more intermediate and going to take me outside my comfort zone. And one of them is sourdough. Now, I've done sourdough recipes before, but I'm going to do some that I've got in this book. She also emailed me a recipe, her favorite recipe, because she's been making sourdough baguettes. And so she brings me the sourdough starter. She brought two. And one of them, I find this one really interesting. And I'm feeding my starters, so that's why they're out. And I thought, you know, I'm going to get you guys over here and let you choose what comes next. Okay. She brought a wild Nevada starter. So she's in my local area, but this starter, it got the yeast collected from the wild yeast that's in the air in our area. That's why every sourdough from every area is going to taste a little bit different, because the yeast in the air is different. But when you feed it, you're multiplying that same yeast. It's cloning itself, if you will, okay? It's having babies. Anyways, and I've been feeding it for a couple of days. I want to try to make my sourdough tomorrow, but I need enough starter to do that. So by tomorrow, I want this pretty full. And then I'm gonna use probably 2 cups of it, or 14 ounces. I'll weigh it out. So each I'm doing equal parts flour, and I'm doing it over my mixing bowl here because I'm going to be baking bread. Imagine that, right after this. Okay, and then you want to give it some filtered water, an equal portion. And I've got my water all measured out. I have a Culligan water purification system, and then my refrigerator also has a filter, so it's double filtered, if you will. So this one's going to get a cup. And a little bit more. Ooh, I will have a full by tomorrow. You know, your starter's probably active enough in about 8 hours. Make sure I got it. And this is a left-handed measuring cup. I love it. I hate right-handed measuring cups because I'm lefty. Okay, so I'm not going to feed this again. By tomorrow, this starter should be ready. And if you want, I'll show you how you test your starter, because I've been reading all these cool things. I had no idea. I didn't have a clue. I just trusted it and smelled it and looked at it. And usually you can tell by looking at it Okay. And I don't want to use the same utensil in that one because I don't want them cross-referencing each other, if that makes sense. I don't know what harm it would really do, but so just try to get it mixed in as good as you can. It will continue to work on its own, and it will become that perfect sourdough starter. And these totally smell different than the other. And so I just want to say on camera, thank you, Vicki. I'm excited, and it truly was a sweet, sweet offering, and I'm loving it. So this one's did I tell you? This one's the other starter. Any guesses? Oh my gosh. This is a starter from San Francisco, and San Francisco sourdough is like no other on the planet. And because of that salty air, and it's just down there in the bay, it makes the best sourdough. So, and it definitely smells different than the wild one. And I believe she said that the wild one worked well with whole grains. So I'm probably, the recipe that I picked out, I've got a couple, and I'm gonna let you guys kind of guide me to see. Do you want to see sourdough baguettes, or would you like to see a sourdough rustic round, if you will, or a boule? There's one in the King Arther book here, King Arther Flour Baking Companion, and it's got more than just bread. This is a complete baking cookbook. The one that caught my eye is a rosemary olive oil sourdough. That sounds fantastic. So I am excited to make that one. I also do want to make some sourdough baguettes because we've been using them for sandwiches. They make great sandwich rolls. So I'm putting these lids, these are for the bowl lids, I'm just barely putting it on there so the carbon dioxide can escape as the yeast does its job and multiplies. And I do also want to show you, I got a new toy. I love this. I've been wanting one of these for years. You know, when you get into a project and you're like, I am going to perfect my craft, sometimes you need some tools. You know, maybe it's a KitchenAid, maybe it's new measuring cups. I mean, and these were a gift. I just love it. Again, from our YouTube community, Noreen, thank you. This is a great dough whisk, and they're made heavy duty, and it's from the original kitchen company. I'll leave a link down in the underbar, as well as a link to this book, the Pullman Pans, all that. So you guys can go and check it out and shop Amazon and see if you can stock up on your bread making tools. Anyways, I will be using this in my next bread making endeavor. So when I bring you along, you'll get to see it as well. So it gets your hands out of the mix. And sometimes, you get your hands, especially with really wet dough, you've got to get in there and it's hard to manage. So this is your helper. All right. So guys, I hope this was fun. I want to see which starter you would like me to use first, the wild yeast or the San Francisco sourdough starter. And would you like to see a rustic boule, or would you like to see some baguettes? And I'll put a poll in the iCard above. And remember, I've still got a contest going on until midnight tomorrow. As soon as it's January 1, 2017, the contest or the giveaway is over. I'm doing 2 contests, and I'll post at the end of the video. You'll see, here and here, you'll see a video that you can click on and go over if you haven't seen them, and figure out what you'd have to do to be entered in the contest or the drawing. The first one I did a while back, and all the influencers that signed up under me with Zaycon, it's free to sign up. On that one, if you sign up as an influencer, you do have to have a following, whether it be on a, okay, washer, whether it be on a blog, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, wherever your social media share is. If you've got a substantial following and you think that you can actually promote the company, then you can become an influencer. Otherwise, you can be just a customer. Now, if you just want to be a customer, the second video is all about that. Any customer that orders Zaycon, whatever they order, and gives me their name in that comment section of that video, and the first 4 characters of their order number, and I'll be giving those to Zaycon for them to double check. So that content or that giveaway will not be for you guys to see who won until probably the 3rd of January, because they've got to check it, and then I can get back and draw the winners, the winner. So 40 pounds of chicken. Who doesn't want 40 pounds of chicken in their fridge for free? And then you can put it in your freezer. All right, guys. So go check the Zaycon link down below and sign up for free. Get notified when they have an event in your area.